she walk out for the anthem? Then some other people were saying it's because she was ill. I was like, when did she fall ill? When they were singing the national anthem? Because again, I do not understand why she walked out with the team, stood for the national anthem, and just as they're about to kick off, she walks down the tunnel and she was replaced.
Wow.
And they're trying to sell us that there's no drama. Okay, so we'll be talking about all that drama, all that tackiness, and of course, all the greatness that's happening in America on the locker room today. But before we do that, Zibby, tell us, how can we be a part of this locker room?
It's pretty easy. We're streaming live on YouTube. Hey, YouTube, just search for Smooth 981 FM Lagos and you can subscribe, catch the live stream, and even post a comment. And there is also the option of WhatsApp. So send us a message via WhatsApp. The number is 0809 4440981. And you can also tweet at Smooth981.
All right. So those are the channels you can send your messages through. I'm waiting for those messages because the gist is plenty. But first, Zibby, the headlines.
2023 Women's Afrobasket. Ogwumike pulls out of the Tigress team. Which Ogwumike is this?
Oh,
the younger Ogwumike girl?
The third Ogwumike. So all three of them play basketball.
Four.
No, three of them play basketball. I don't know that the fourth one.
Yeah, she did, but she didn't get to the level of her sisters.
No, these three play basketball. Now, this third one is a medical doctor.
Okay,
Erica, yes, alongside her basketball. So, we'll talk about that when we get to that story. But it's one of the Ogwumike sisters, yes.
And we've done it again against big teams. Super Falcons dazzler Jibade fires warning. LeBron James' eldest son Bronny stable after cardiac arrest. PSG says Saudi Al Hilal can talk to Mbappe after €3 million bid. Lionel Messi can't be stopped. Inter Miami crush Atlanta United behind dominant performance from the recently signed star. The Philippines stunned co-host New Zealand 1-0 to earn first ever Women's World Cup win. Manchester City ready to fight to keep Kyle Walker, says Pep Guardiola. Spurs owner Lewis indicted for insider trading, US prosecutors say.
So he's so they have money like that and they don't want to pay for play. Anyway, we'll get to that story. But first, let's start with what's happening with the Tigresses because they play on the 28th, which is Friday. Yeah.
Now, ahead of the 2023 Women's Afrobasket Championship in Kigali, Nigeria's D Tigers preparation suffered a setback on Tuesday as one of their major players in the team pulled out of the competition.
All right. So remember they had open trials. So from the open trials, they're able to invite I think 20 players to Abuja, and then they were going to whittle down from there. And they eventually whittled down the team, and dropped enough players. The next thing we heard, they were adding Sarah Ogoke and Erica Ogwumike, and that was the list they brought out. Oh, these are the players that are going to Kigali. That's how the girl came out to say, no, I was invited, but I have my last exams. For, like I said, she's a medical student, so she has her last set of exams, and so she has to prepare for that, and she can't be going to the championships. And I'm just looking at the NBBF again. If it happens once, you'll be like, okay, maybe there was an error. It happens twice, but this is too much tackiness from this organization for it not to be an issue. You dismissed the team that won you this championship, who were primed and ready to go for the championship. You assembled a team, and now you're inviting somebody that is unavailable.
So they didn't send the invite, and they didn't get a response back, so they assumed she had accepted.
Is the most ridiculous thing. Why did you invite somebody that say they want to do exam? So and this is the third sister. So you remember, Neka plays for tried to change to Nigeria one time, but she actually does play for the US. Chini is the one that was ready to switch. She also works with ESPN, and then she works with LA Sparks and so Nigeria. But Erica is the one that from the get-go she had always been, I'm going to play for the Tigers. Oh yes, from the get-go. But she has schooling, and the girl has a good head on her head, and she also has a very good family. They're like, you need to get that education first, because if all else fails, you have a certificate to fall back on. Let it not be that we are the United States of America and maybe your career is over, you have nothing else to do. So she has to get that certificate, and that's really her first love from what I've noticed. She really pays attention to that part of her studies. I mean, think about it. You are a basketballer and a medical student.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Other courses you can take out time. Medicine, I don't know what specialty she's doing, but regardless of what it is, it's going to be a lot. So, again, it's organizational tardiness that is unacceptable. But the girls are going to the Afrobasket championships, and I know that we all have our different opinions and um, you know biases about the team and the way the team was selected and the way the team is moving, but they're still wearing the colors of Nigeria. So the tournament starts on the 28th. I think we square off against DR Congo first. So Nigerians, regardless of who is on the team, whether it's your favorite player, it's not your favorite player, regardless of how unfairly and unjust you think that the other ladies have been treated, I think we should still support the team that is going for the Afrobasket Championships. I don't think they are the ones we should be angry with. I think we should be looking at the federation and holding them accountable. So Nigeria takes on DR Congo on the 28th. Please go out there, support the Tigress.
African giants Nigeria will be aiming to pick up their first win at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup when they battle with one of the host nations, Australia, in a Group B game at Lang Park in Brisbane on Thursday.
And in what is now so I'm going to speak like a Nigerian pundit. In what is now officially my bias, another key player has been injured for Australia. So right now, as we speak, Australia has only one out-and-out striker from the three lethal strikers that they took to these championships. The women or the ladies in sports founder like me wants to say that's very sad for women's football. On the greatest platform, you want to see the greatest footballers perform, and you don't want to hear that these women are picking up injuries this early in the tournament. You also don't want to reduce the quality of players that are featuring at the World Cup. But on the other hand, as Tega Onojiafe of Abraka Delta State, Nigeria, this is great news. On the Nigerian part, though, we have good news coming in. Desire Paranoze, she's day to day, but she could feature. But what's guaranteed is that Halimatu Ayinde and Rashida Tajibade, both players who were suspended from the first match of the World Cup, they are going to be available for that match tomorrow. So whilst the opposition is losing key players are coming to Nigeria. I see this sweet. So I expect a very tough one. Now, on paper, Australia should be able to defeat Nigeria because of the way their team. First of all, they're playing at home. Then their team is a solid one. It's a very good team. But with all these injuries coming in, and the way the tournament has gone so far, it's open to anybody. The gap has closed. So this match is open to anybody. I would say, if Randy were my friend, that, the Super Falcons should go out and attack the team. So the way the Australian side play, they play like a good team. So regardless of who, with personnel, they tend to play in a particular style. Their passes are fluid. They go through the channels. They communicate very well. They're a solid team defensively. They're well structured in their midfield, and their attack is usually lethal. But they're missing two key players for that match. So I'd be so happy if Randy Waldrum would say, you know what, we're not going to sit back, contain, and then try to catch him on the counter. We're going to go out there, put some pressure on them, and see if we can get a result. Nothing missing. That is down 8-4. You are the underdog in this matchup. Nobody expects you to win. So what about you try to risk it all? I'm not saying don't be pragmatic, but I'm saying dare a little more than you did in the very first match. So I think that if Nigeria uses the weapons that they have at their disposal, that Nigeria will be able to get a result. And we do need a result against Australia so that we don't press calculator on the last day.
Okay. Bronny James, who's the eldest son of LeBron James, is now in stable condition after suffering a cardiac arrest, and this according to a family spokesperson.
Yes, shocking news. I think it was day before yesterday. It wasn't even it was not a real game. It was, I think he was just training, and he suffered a cardiac arrest. Now, somebody will ask him, why is an 18-year-old suffering cardiac arrest? I just want to say that sports has changed in recent years. In case you haven't noticed, they're a bit more physical now. And I think they're able to do that because of more information. Technology can tell them how much they can push, but sometimes they're pushing a little too hard. So we don't know what, some people are saying, oh, it's the COVID vaccine. Don't follow any conspiracy theorists. I just know that this set of athletes that are coming up, regardless of the sport, whether it's football, basketball, tennis, they're a bit more physical now, more athletic. It used to be that if you watch sports, you used to see the most talented of talented players, natural talent. And it made sports a little nicer. That's why some people would just be like, oh, they have nostalgia. Oh, did you watch this person play? Or did you watch that person play? If you watch those people play, you'll not be arguing about who is the greatest between Ronaldo and Messi. But the advancement of technology and medicine, with all these nutrients that they give them and whatnots that they have, they can push their body a little more. I just think that sometimes they push themselves a little too hard, and that's where the problem can be. So I don't. It's a sad one for Bronny. He's 18. He's LeBron James' son. That's the worst kind of pressure. You see, I've often said that if your father is a big guy in a particular sport, do something else. Go and be an accountant. No, it will be good for your mental health. Like Maradona's son shouldn't play football. Don't do that. Your father has spoiled that pool for you. Like Messi's children shouldn't attempt it. They should sing. Do something else. Don't do that. Your father has tainted that pool for you. Except you can be greater than your father. Like with Frank Lampard. His father was a pretty much average footballer.
Wow.
And then Frank Lampard came and became a better footballer. So it
works.
It works. But if your father was cream of the crop, don't look for something else.
Well, are people being pushed too hard though? Because I think maybe 2 years ago or so, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, there was an incident with Shaquille O'Neal's son.
Yeah,
about the same age.
People are
at the time.
People are pushed, especially when your father is your father. That's what I'm saying. If your father, you're not playing basketball. Like I said, if you have an average son, if you had that, your father was average in the game, and you come out like Steph Curry's father was good. Steph Curry is great. Top. But Karim Abdul-Jabbar's son just comes to play basketball and you're just ordinary. First of all, the mental pressure is enough.
Wow, it starts from the home.
So okay, think about it. They're saying, oh, LeBron's son should not go to college and he should be drafted. Do you understand? There's already that pressure, and maybe the boy is not even as talented as his dad is, and maybe he's not even ready to handle that kind of pressure. Savannah was saying, I just want my boys to be happy. I don't care what they do in life. LeBron was like, I want him to play in the NBA. So you already see how this thing is going down. I think there's pressure from outside, but there's also that pressure that I am this person's son. So it works in one way. It can break you to completely non-existent person, or it can push you to do a bit too much. But I'm not saying that's what really happened. I'm just saying that sometimes I think that this generation of athletes put a little too much into their physical training.
Wow. Right, you're in the locker room on Smooth 98.1. We see your messages coming through. We'll take them on the other side. Stay with us.
Yeah, so it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of pressure.
At least he's fine.
This boy is under pressure already.
What do you think he's like?
He's not as good as LeBron. I can tell you no, because I watched LeBron at that age.
Yeah.
I think the first time LeBron came into my view was when he was 16. He's not.
Wow. So that just intensifies the pressure.
Exactly.
Poor guy.
So now everybody's on Bronny. No.
Like, just leave him alone.
No, exactly. Just let him enjoy his career.
It doesn't even look like he's really
Oh, he's actually very cool. So LeBron actually raised everything about LeBron's family is perfect. He raised really good children, and I think that's thanks to Savannah.
Yeah.
Because you
She's
can tell she's the
grounded.
femme.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a grounded parent. So his children are they're really level-headed. Yes, once in a while you see them do something like drink alcohol when they're not supposed to.
Isn't he 18? Isn't that illegal?
No, that was before. Even oh yeah, talking of when he was 18. When this alcohol incident happened, he was not 18.
Oh my days! Wow.
But when the smoking incident, that one he was he was not.
Well, smoking is legal though. At that age.
He wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't recent.
This was like 2 years ago, maybe so maybe around when he was 16. He was with a cigar. You know
what? Teenagers would always be teenagers.
Yeah, that's what you do. But generally, they don't mess around. They don't.
Yeah. You're inside the locker room on Smooth 98.1. It's Tega and Zibby with you. 0809 444 981. That is the WhatsApp number. We're streaming live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Don't forget to subscribe or just tweet at Smooth981.
All right, so let's start with this message. Where is this? Tayo. This is Tayo from Aja. He started. Oh, this is a long message.
We need DSS to protect Tega against opposition for the services she's giving us at Smooth FM. DJ Khaled can't motivate to stand for lineup. I wonder why the ladies are going to Kigali after all this drama. All the best in your exams, Dr. Erica.
Right.
And he says, I hope we don't fumble the bag again with Tega's good news because our game plan isn't totally reliable. Oshoala needs to bring her Barcelona scoring boots to the World Cup.
All right, so we're hearing from the camp that Oshoala picked up a knock, and so she's a doubt for that match. Some people say it's great news that, she hasn't really shown her best in the Super Falcons team, the way you see her play at Barcelona. I'm just saying that the people that first of all, you have to understand that the coach she has at Barcelona is different. That's a coach. I don't know what we have.
Wow.
And then the people that are surrounding her, they play a particular way. So, there's how you dress up that gives you a good look. There's how you just dress down. The people say, oh, she's not, yeah. So that's what it is. So you have to understand that there's a different way that she plays in Barcelona, and it's very different from how the Nigerian team plays. But she's doubtful on that. Yeah.
Let's see. This
Josh
one is from Josh Tega trying to wear two caps.
I have to try. I have to try and be an objective pundit, but the Nigerian in me is screaming, yes, yes.
This is from Kane Day. He says, I'm just curious about the Tigers' new recruits. Aren't they from America too? Don't they see what is going on with the disbanded, in quote, players?
So again, when things now happen to these people, and I'm using the word when because it's the same organization that's running it. So when things now happen to people, I don't know how to bring out empathy because you saw what happened to the people before you, and you chose to go.
You said this on Monday.
Yeah.
First wife.
The people that they used to sweep the first wife, they've kept it at the top to sweep the second one.
All right.
Let's take this message from
Mike from Ogun. He says, Tega, you're correct about the technology part in sports because in those days you didn't have technology calculating distance covered by players, etc. Now players can hardly hide and laze about.
I don't think the other people were lazing about. I enjoyed sports.
It was more natural.
It was. You'd see talent, you'd be like, "Oh, magic! Lord, why didn't you give me this magic?" Yes, there were some people that were very talented and very indisciplined. Doesn't mean they were not working hard, but they were indisciplined. So they were burning the candle at both ends. And so they didn't have the long career that they could have had, and it wasn't. But I don't think that they were not working hard. I just think that they were not very disciplined.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking about a lack of discipline, PSG have given Saudi club Al Hilal permission to speak to Kylian Mbappe after tabling a world record 300 million euro Godwin bid. This is according to a very close source.
I just want to say, it's not, you can give them permission all they want, but if he doesn't pick the phone call, he doesn't pick the phone call, and Kylian Mbappe is that guy. I was telling somebody the other day, if you wanted to speak to Messi about something, talk to his father. Chances are he'd listen.
Okay.
If you want to speak to Ronaldo about something, talk to his mother. Chances are he'd listen. I don't know who you want to talk to about Kylian Mbappe because he's the boss in his life. Like if even his father is supposed to be like a calming effect, but when you see them hang out together, it's not the kind of guy that you say, can you tell Mbappe to do this? And father will say, I can guarantee you. He can't.
Wow.
I, that's the only way I can describe Kylian Mbappe. I don't know anybody that he's accountable enough to listen. And that is going to be his biggest problem in his career. He's very talented, but who does he listen to?
Wait, how did his ego get so big?
When you're talented like that and you've put in the work, when you're not just talented, when you're talented and you've delivered on your talent from a very young age, and people give you wiggle room and leeway, you tend to grow a particular way. And he's not even he doesn't even talk too much. So if somebody talks too much, you can sense where they're going to. Kylian Mbappe is the kind of guy that'll be like, okay, and do what he wants to do. There's no back and forth. There's no back and forth on that. So it's a very tricky situation with him. So yes, of course PSG will accept the money. That's a lot of baby food. Do you know how much it's about to earn? Let me tell you, Usain Bolt said, I will come out of retirement for this money. NBA players was like, what, man? Somebody said as soon as they give him the money, he just say, assalamu alaikum. That's he has gone. Good morning. Otilo. So think about it. Athletes are looking at that amount of money and like, this is madness. Wow. That's a lot of money to say no to. But Mbappe is that kind of guy.
But is it a good move apart from the money bit?
It's not. Look, don't say apart from money bit. Money is important. Money is the most important. Trust me, because the footballing career has a shelf life.
But he's just 25, isn't he?
Yeah, by the time you get to 33, your career is pretty much over. So you better make the money now. However, I would agree because the Euros are around the corner. He still wants to play in the top championship. He's one of the best footballers around now. So he wants to play where the competition is rife. And so he'll be looking at other clubs to bring him. So, I mean, if you were to advise him, you say it's not a good move to go to Saudi Arabia now. I don't care.
What if he goes to Saudi Arabia for a year? Would he have a chance to come back and still be top of the game in Europe?
Of course, if he goes to Saudi Arabia for a year and he plays brilliantly like you expect him to play, even if his team doesn't win, whatever it is, he plays brilliantly and he wants to come back. He may come back at a reduced fee, but there'll be clubs that want to buy him. They'd still be.
I know where I'll be leading.
He'll be 26.
Right.
He'll be a 26 scoring machine. So the price may dip, but there will still be clubs that would rush him every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So you can say it's not a good move. But if I'm the one, I'll run it for at least a year.
I mean,
that's a lot of money. Especially in this economy with
exactly.
I want to run it, guy.
All right. Let's go on to the other side. Messi scored 2 of Miami's goals in the 4-0 win in the League's Cup, netting twice in the first 22 minutes of the match. Now, his first saw him sprung by Sergio Busquets. Although he didn't need to finish his own rebound of the post, Taylor teed him up for his second goal just 15 minutes after.
Yeah, so Messi has gone to America and everywhere is wild. So yesterday, the roll call was Didi, DJ Khalid, Camila Cabello. Those were the stars that came in yesterday that I saw, but he didn't disappoint. It was his first start. It's the League Cup. Remember I said Inter Miami were at the bottom of the table and they're one of the worst teams in the MLS because they're playing but they're not getting results. And so Messi gets his first start yesterday in the League Cup, comes in, scores the opener in the 8th minute. It was Sergio Busquets running. It reminded me of Barcelona. Sergio Busquets looked up, Messi was standing there, he just passed the ball. I was like, I see nostalgia. But, and then the second goal, it was Messi who took the ball, ran with the ball a little bit, passed it to Taylor. Taylor now passed it back to Messi. He scored his second. The third goal, Messi was still part of the build-up. Passed the ball to someone who passed it to Taylor. Taylor scores. Then the fourth goal was Messi's assist. Messi was running with the ball from a set piece. And then Taylor ran ahead of him, passes his ball to Taylor. Taylor scores. So 2 goals, 1 assist in that match yesterday. But he's just delivering on it. And of course, when people hear this result, do you know what's going to happen in the next match? They'll all be there in their glitz and glamour with their cameras, coming out to take a picture of this greatest player of all time. So you can imagine what this is doing to David Beckham. David Beckham has hit the jackpot.
Right.
This is cash up. He will run it because think about it, sponsors who want to be on that. It's America. They like superstars. And now there's a genuine superstar who has not only come, but is delivering from the get-go. Are you kidding me? They are going to milk that thing. And David Beckham is going to milk it too. So sponsors are going to come, not for the team. Sponsors are also going to come to Lionel Messi. So that's a lot of baby food for him. And then the stars are going to be coming to the game. And that's a lot of audience and a lot of eyes on the MLS. Now, think about it. When last did we talk about MLS on Locker Room? Now, every sports show is talking about MLS this morning.
Right.
Do you understand what that means to MLS? So, Messi moves well. He has moved well. America was a good choice.
All right. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola says the Premier League champions will not let England defender Kyle Walker live this summer without a fight.
But they didn't do this for Mahrez. When it was via Mahrez, they're like, take and go. At auction price, for that matter. But yeah, I think with Kyle Walker, he's thinking about the other options that he has and who he may have to buy, and he'd rather stay with Kyle Walker now. Maybe over the season, look for a replacement so that he's not left stranded or left short. I guess that's why he's really fighting for him. But it's going to be a tough one because money is calling the shots now. And when you're Kyle Walker's age, I think he's about to get into his early 30s. You have to start thinking retirement, and you have to start thinking retirement bag, which means go to the highest bidder. All right. On that note, let's just give you an update. Oh no, Zambia is losing again. This time 2-0 to Spain.
España.
And it's only 13 minutes on the clock.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's why. Thank God I don't do this. It's an African team. I do Super Falcons of Nigeria only. I can't cry in many places. Cry for Morocco, cry for Zambia. Well, how many people can I cry for? So I only do Super Falcons of Nigeria. So yes, Zambia is losing 2-0. And it's 14 minutes on the clock right now. All right, so let's round up with your messages because we are out of time. Ladele says, I hear the Mbappe deal is a 1-year deal. Take it for 1 year, Sha. Run it and collect all your money. Life is too short. Chukudi says, there's life-changing money and there's just destiny-changing money. The Saudi money is destiny-changing. But if not me, I go run them. I'm with you, my dear. I'm with you. Muhammad comes in, he says, Tega, we have to evaluate patriotism in Nigeria. It shouldn't be all about the money. There are many countries where their athletes just want to represent their country at their own expense. We have to change our mindset about that. What it means to represent your country. And Muhammad mentioned one country that the athletes pay for themselves. I'm waiting. Tayo says,
Messi showing MLS how football is being played. Inter Miami rising on the table. How many goals in? How many appearances again?
3 goals.
The Lord is your strength as you do the night watch for us.
Yes, sir. Oh, no. But Nigeria is playing at 11 a.m. tomorrow. It's not a night watch. 11 a.m. tomorrow. You can watch it on your phones. You can watch it in your office. You can watch it on the bus.
Don't watch it in the office. Except your boss is watching it. They watch it together.
What are you saying? You can, even your boss. It's 11 o'clock.
In the morning.
That's just because for lunch break. Or to take an early lunch. And then, but if you are trekking, don't watch it. Just look at the road. All right. So it says,
Messi's trending on Twitter right now.
I'm telling you, he's just put a lot of things eyes on the MLS. So Tayo says Man City should sell all their players and cut Haaland hair. Delilah, please do us a favor. All right, on that note, we say thank you very much for joining us on the Locker Room. Remember, the Tigresses are playing on Friday. So support them against DR Congo. And the Super Falcons are playing tomorrow at 11 a.m. It's daytime. You should be awake at 6. So 11 a.m. is when the Super Falcons are playing. So please join us, watch them, and support the girls. All right, on that note, Zibby, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Tega. That's it for the Locker Room. Stay with us. In about 13 minutes from 9 a.m. it will be time for Lagos Talks.
What are you saying? It's
Zambia.
11 a.m. Oh.
Zambia. Oh, well.
If you like, don't watch it in your office. Tell them Tega said you should watch it in your office.